Here's the question of the day. How can you help your teens and your children make better food decisions as they get older and they have the freedom to choose exactly what they want to eat?
Well, joining us with tips is Dr. Laura Christoph. She's a professor of nutrition, and she's here to tell us how we can do that. Welcome, Dr. Christoph.
Thanks for having me.
Usually we're in the kitchen or we're behind a table cooking something, but today you're just going to share some helpful words of advice.
I am.
Now we're going to start with the idea of having those healthy options available. So just buying the right things can start your kids eating healthy.
Right. So when you have teenagers in the house, everyone's super busy, right? You know, usually there's school that they might leave for at 6:50 or 7 a.m. and might not get back till 5:30 or 6 p.m. after a sports game or something like that. You want to make sure there are healthy options available, especially those early mornings when they're leaving the house, you know, quick and easy breakfasts, as well as, you know, a bowl of fruit on the table, some cut up vegetables and dip and those sorts of things that won't ruin their dinner. You know, the tendency is, you know, after a sports game or something, they come home and want to eat a whole sleeve of Oreos or something, and then that, you know, is a lot of discretionary calories before dinner. So having healthy options available can be super helpful.
That's really a good point, too, going off what you're saying about breakfast, because all too often I'm in a hurry. So I'll either grab that leftover slice of pizza or a banana, whatever is out. So
Right.
if you put the healthy food out there, kids are going to eat it.
Exactly. So having some sort of protein like hard-boiled eggs, some nuts, something like that available, a fruit bowl, then, you know, it takes 1 second, they can grab it and head off to the bus stop.
Another great thing that parents can do is kind of change how food is looked at, change the perspective. Instead of seeing it just as food, it's really fuel for their day.
Right. So the way that food marketers market to teens is they make food seem fun, seem like it's going to give them energy, seem like it's going to make them faster and stronger and better looking, right? You know, that's how marketers market to teens, because they're thinking about today, about this afternoon, about tomorrow. They're not thinking like we adults do about heart disease and osteoporosis and health in the future. So if you can talk about, you know, how a fruit or vegetable is going to help make hair shiny or skin clearer, or how a certain, you know, breakfast is going to help somebody play better at their football game that afternoon, that can really mean a lot and just feel a lot more real to a teenager than saying, you know, you need to eat healthy because you're going to prevent heart disease in 60 years.
Something that applies to their life now.
Right.
Yeah,
Because then they'll actually say, oh, wow, well, I do want to be great at my game, and I do want to perform well, and I do want to have clear skin,
Yeah.
so these are the things that I'll do
Kids
to make
don't
it
care
better.
about osteoporosis.
Right, it's true.
But then you think you never will, but then you get to a point where you're like, wow.
Yeah,
I'm
then you're
eating-
our age, and it's the only thing you can think about.
Right,
is
and,
eating healthy.
and luckily, those things that make your skin clear and make your hair nice and make you play better at your football game are also those things that are going to help to prevent diseases in the future.
Also, parents need to model that healthy behavior. You have to make sure that you as a parent are eating healthy as well.
Right, so teens, even though they seem like they're not watching you and want to be the opposite, they do pick up on things, especially as teenagers, on body image and eating disorder type behaviors. So if an adult is on a fad diet every week, it's likely that the teenager is going to pick up some of those habits too. If you're always eating, you know, chips in front of the television, it's likely that the teenager is going to pick up that habit too. So modeling, you know, family dinners as much as possible, sitting down when eating, trying to make eating, you know, its own time when you eat and don't do something else can be a really great lesson for a teen.
Now, Laura, unfortunately for now, we're out of time, but the last tip is to encourage schools to start focusing on healthier eating too, because it's hard. We can control the kids all we want, but when they go to school, it's out of our hands.
Right, so doing anything you can to promote, you know, less junk food in vending machines, school stores, in the lunchroom, you know, through your school committee is really helpful.
Wonderful. And we're not done with you yet, Laura. We're going to be back to talk about how you can encourage your picky eaters at home to eat those fruits and vegetables. And we may actually help parents from pulling their hair out. I think so. Stay tuned for that.